my sugar dumplings. Welcome back, welcome back. Please like, subscribe. It's Anna. Oh, it's Anna. As much as I want to do a foodie retro, I just don't feel like it. I kind of want to finish up this retro of Anna's health. So I can get, she posted like some fashion stuff recently. I want to get back into that. Those videos took me a little longer because I like to give you an alternate to what she's purchased, or I don't know, it depends. A lot of the videos that I've watched of her in fashion, a lot of them have been from a while back. So these are recent, so you'll have all the links and I can tell you how I feel about the way she's wearing the things that she's wearing. In the meantime, let's watch her health arc. Yay! And I apologize because I have a piece of candy in my mouth and I should spit it out, but well, not today. And also, ceiling fan is extra aggressive, so I apologize for that sound too. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm the worst. I am the worst reactor on the planet Earth. But here's Anna! Yay! Let's start.
We are here in Tucson, Arizona to visit the literal legend that is Karen Herbst. And I traveled all this way for a couple of different reasons. Taking care of your lipedema surgically is only part of the process. There are a lot of conservative treatments that are also part of maintaining your health post-surgery. And even for some people, are alternatives to surgery altogether. I am trying to be the most informed patient I can be and make the best decisions along my journey. So this was the logical next step with me, especially since I have like a little gap.
Sorry to stop you there, Anna. I've noticed that a lot of these videos are about the physical aspect of the lymphedema. We've had massages, we've had exercise and everything else. What the fuck are you eating? What the hell are you eating right now? Because if you've gone through all this and you're still eating crap, I'd be so angry at you. But I feel like you guys are going to tell me, because you always do, that she's still eating crap, or she's not going to show us anything. I feel like a lot of the evidence would probably be on TikTok, which there's a TikTok video coming up. I got some of her TikToks, and I wanted to do a little compilation of those. So I might go back and look for more food related ones, because I was just grabbing random ones that I thought looked interesting, but now I'm like, I need to, besides Bagelgate, which you shouldn't be eating a bagel if you've done all this. That tells me so much. I think the other thing I need to figure out is, what are you eating? Because a lot of people say, I believe this is like 7 or 8 months prior to now, you do look a little smaller, but a lot of people have been like, no, she's not exercising enough, she's not eating right. So I'm trying to figure out how people are figuring that out. Because, I mean, is it just obvious? Like, people are just like, please let me know. Is it just obvious? Like, oh, she's not losing weight. You can see. Or is there some sort of evidence-based stuff? Like, oh, if you go to her TikTok, you see what she's eating. So let me know.
For my next 2 surgeries. So I'm excited today to get that ball rolling and just learn more about my body, because that is what this entire health journey has been about.
Oh, nice art. That's freaking loud.
Information. I should tell you this as well, because this is something that haunts me that we don't have an answer for. I have moments of inflammation. Everybody has moments of inflammation, but mine are quite extreme. Okay. So like, let's say my period.
What? She's about to say her period. I feel like everybody has moments of inflammation besides her ailments. And then obviously there's people who have certain diseases that have extreme inflammation, which of course I can't name any of them right now. And I'm so sorry if you do have one. I understand, just as a regular schmegular, just fat girl myself, inflammation comes from certain foods. This is why I want to go back to, what is she eating? Because I'll get like, and it's not extreme as someone with a disease, I understand. I'm not trying to undermine or undervalue anybody's issues, medical issues. I'm just saying, as just a regular fat girl, this happens at like a basic level that everybody gets inflammation. But I feel like, I don't know, I'm still stuck on what is she eating and what is she doing day to day. Because if you guys have mentioned that she's not following up and doing what she needs to do, I'm just curious what her daily routine is. And I'm a little obsessed about the food, but let's see what else she says. I always feel like she's so like positive.
I will gain 30 to 40 pounds.
Okay.
In 2 to 3 days.
That seems like a lot, though. I'm sorry, but that seems like a lot. 30 pounds in 2 days? Does that sound right to anybody? Please comment below. Obviously I'm not in the same situation as she is, and I don't understand lymphedema that much. Just the little that I've Googled and I've looked, and I'm trying to be compassionate with her, but I know that she is like the rest of the girls. She loves to exaggerate. And for me, it's kind of hard to believe a lot what she says. Number one rule about the world girls, they all lie. So 30 pounds in 2 days? That seems crazy. I mean, if it's water weight, right? That could possibly happen.
As if my whole body is sucking the water out of my skin. My lips will start to chap.
Oh my God.
I literally had a makeup artist doing my makeup, and she's watched my lips go from completely like full normal to like flaking by the end of the day. Wow. And she said she'd never seen anything like it.
Well, I mean, that could be just makeup, because a lot of makeup can I bring this up, but I don't bring it up to brag, or like I never thought it was a bragging thing to talk about. I used to model, and I am not in real life, I don't like wearing makeup. If I wear makeup, I'll wear some concealer and some mascara and like call it a day. But when I would go and have my full face done, my skin just didn't react well to certain makeups, especially lipsticks. So my lips would get super dry. My cheeks specifically, for some reason, when they put foundation on, after I would wash it off, it would just give me like dry patches. So people react to different makeup differently. Not to say that it couldn't have happened because of her inflammation, you know? I'm not trying to take it away from her. It could be possible, but it could also be something else, you know? Because I truly believe she's an exaggerator. You know, as she exaggerates her like toxic positivity, I feel like she exaggerates her symptoms a little bit. But I'm trying to be kind of sympathetic. So let me know if you have maybe the same issue or something similar to what she has. If those things happen to you, please write it down in the comments. I'd love to learn more about it.
Tell me more about the itching.
So I'll get itching right around those veins, and they'll get really close to the surface.
Oh, wow.
It was so bad, in fact, that I ended up seeing a vascular person because I was afraid they were going to burst. Because I would feel like the pressure underneath was going to burst.
So what did the vascular person tell you?
Interesting.
He told me that I should to see he has worked with people with lymphedema before, so he's like, you need to start pursuing surgery because like we really should probably get that done before we do this. And you can't shave your legs anymore.
Oh,
because
wow.
he said the most likely way that those are going to burst is you shaving your legs.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I'm a hair.
So, in my family, particularly, verticals, you know, the veins that are very poppy. Varicose. Yes. I think that's it. Varicose veins are like, I thought it used to be because of women and pregnancy and stuff like that. No. It's like genetic. Like one of my uncles has really bad veins, and my sister used to get them really bad too. And she once shaved her leg, and I don't know how true this is. Sometimes I feel like she used to tell me stuff to scare me. But she said one time she shaved her legs and she pulled out a vein. That can't be right, guys? I mean, that sounds crazy. I was younger though. I think she was trying to get me to use shaving cream. Oh, you gotta use shaving cream because you're gonna pop out a vein, okay? So, I've heard of this particular, like, don't shave your legs if you have a lot of veins. I do have veining feet. I have weirdly top veiny feet. Anyway, TMI.
Monster now. So sexy. My shoulder right here, is it bad here?
Your whole arm, you've got
Let your arm hang. Yeah, it's just got a lot of congestion.
Oh, wow.
Interesting.
I'm starting to have pain in my shoulders. That's why I'm asking.
Yeah, I mean, you're so, let me do the, you look so classically lipedema.
It's just an app on your phone?
Classically.
Yep.
What?
Yeah. Yellow lines and the spots, those are dilated veins.
Okay.
But you can see where you put your shoe, you've got good flow. It's nice and yellow, but you can see how congested the leg is here.
Damn.
With the redness.
Yeah. This is like my butt.
Thighs look good.
Yeah, well, it's because they should look good.
And the maroon
God,
is congestion. Look at the vessels in your arms.
That's terrifying.
Yep, and then this is from up above. You can see how congested it is in
So
spots.
I've been having pain right here to the point where it's like affecting mobility movements. So like when I go like up like this, I'm starting to lose this range of motion. Now I worked out today, so it's a little bit better because it's warm, right?
Right.
But if it's like cold, sometimes like when I was flying, flying made it really bad, and I was just like.
See, I mean, I swear that everything, like, not for nothing, I want to be sympathetic, as I've said before, of her plight, her illness, her pain. I truly want to. I really, really want to be sympathetic for her because she is, out of all the girls, she seems like she's actually trying to take care of herself. She's actually doing, even though a lot of you have pointed out that all this treatment is sponsored or paid for by these companies. Unlike the other girls who are kind of like, lying. It's wild to me that she, maybe because people are paying for it, she's trying to just make it bigger than it seems. It could, I mean, I don't know. I'm not her, so I don't know. That's why I always say, if you do suffer from lymphedema or something similar, please let me know, because I'm not sure if she from seeing her do other things, because I've actually watched her other videos where she does fashion and she Bagelgate, love Bagelgate, and she's got a certain personality about her that makes me wonder how true these symptoms are. Like I said, these girls like to lie. And in her case, it's the toxic positivity and the exaggeration of the symptoms that make me question it. And I don't want to be like, oh, she's lying. But, I mean, she could be in a lot of pain. Who knows? It's just the way she goes about it makes me question it. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I'm going about it the wrong way, the way I'm trying to explain it. But if you understand what I'm saying, just let me know in the comments.
Hurting, like physically, it felt like I had like a torn rotator cuff or something. Yeah.
What?
That doesn't feel good.
No, that's a massive. In fact, let's take to ultrasound that. That looks very vascular to me.
What does that mean?
Oh, I think there's a lot of leakage right there.
Gotcha.
There's some blood vessels and leakage.
That sounds so
Here's
scary.
a vessel in your arm.
Yeah.
That black spot. It should show a color if it's a vessel. It doesn't because it's a vein and there's slow flow.
Okay.
But do you see this around it?
Yeah. What
That's
is
a
that?
leak.
So, what is that? Lymphatic or blood or
Blood.
what? There's blood leaking in my arm?
Well, it's more likely plasma, so no red blood
plasma.
cells, but absolutely.
What does that mean?
Well, that happens in.
Like, don't be so dramatic. Like, it's like, this right here, this moment right here is making me be like, girl, like, why are you getting so loud with her? Like, oh, okay, so what does that mean? Like, instead of being like, what does that mean? Like, be respectful. This is not respectful. You know what I'm saying? Like, this poor woman is trying to help you. And as everybody pointed out, this is paid for. Like, calm the fuck down. I understand that some of this stuff sounds scary, but also you put yourself in this situation. There's that underlying thing that you got your weight up to whatever your weight is, and you put your body through these things. Do not get loud with the lady. Okay? Okay.
That's lipedema right there.
Okay.
What do you think
when
lipedema is,
you
you dumb
drink,
bitch?
right?
Yeah.
And it goes into your tissues. There it is.
So it doesn't. That's why being hydrated is so freaking hard.
Right, because it's going right out into your tissues. and you can see the tissue is what we call hyperechoic. It's got more whiteness around that vessel. And here's the piece of fascia coming through. You can barely see it. It's being masked by the fluid that's leaking into the tissue. So this is her skin on top, her fat right here, and then her muscle down here. But that is a leaky vessel. And we could feel it on her arm. I knew there was leakiness there, but you know, this captures it really nicely. This is where this is a ton of fibrotic tissue. And you can actually see it. Do you see it all sitting there?
Oh my God.
Here's the skin.
Oh my God,
It looks
shut
like
up.
teeth.
It does.
She knows. All right, she doesn't annoy me as much as Amber. But she's annoying.
You're hysterical. So you do not have
So dramatic.
lymphedema.
Thank
down
God.
here.
That was the one thing I was like, I want to be able to get rid of the lymphedema, use conservative treatments,
You don't
and not have
have
to
it.
do lymphedema for the rest of my life.
You don't have it.
Okay, thank God.
Yeah, you do
Woo,
not have
good
it.
news.
This is the lymphocyte.
Wait a minute. Okay. Please comment down below. And now I'm going to have to go do some research because I felt like lymphedema was a chronic disease and you couldn't get rid of it. You could just like what she did, she can lipo out some of it, but you can't completely get rid of it. Like, my understanding from the little research I did do is she was taking some out, but it was going to come back later on in her life. Like, this is just a very temporary kind of thing, but they'll still be, maybe I'm confused. Anyway.
Yes. And they have extenders too, like for the sides.
No, but
Yeah.
You can see it there.
Yeah.
Rows. But you just climb in it.
Okay.
And then they have a vest, or you can get a right arm sleeve and a left one. You can get connectors if you really want to do them both at the same time. But doing one at a time makes more sense because then you could eat, talk on the phone, do whatever you got to do.
Yeah. What?
You're all red and itchy.
Yeah, and you see I start to, because I am inflaming right now really
Yes,
bad.
you are.
You know how I can tell? Did you see how my skin has now gotten dry?
Yeah.
Just from
Oh my
Yes.
God.
since I got here?
Yeah.
I'm popping up in inflammation right now.
I wonder if you're reacting to the gel, but I didn't do that arm. But that
No.
doesn't mean
I don't think
anything.
it's a gel. I honestly think it's, I did my first workout
Okay.
in a while, and I think my body is just freaking out.
Okay. We should get you in the CVAC.
Yeah.
Oh, look, it's the magic egg. I love a magic egg. There's eggs all over this girl world. There's an egg head. People eating eggs. Anna getting in an egg. Oh, girl world, you make me giggle. Oh, boy.
There's a high performance pump in there that sucks air out from around you and then it puts it back in. And it sucks it out, it puts it back in.
Okay.
So you're going to feel
Disgusting.
like
It's like a
tapping
plane.
in your ears. The more it pulls
See?
out, right? The more it pulls the eardrum and then puts it back. And the eustachian tube. So this whole area,
Okay.
all the way down into your mouth
Oh,
gets
boy.
pulled. And so your
It's like
job
being on a
is
plane.
to keep that as clear as possible.
What do you mean? Like, don't do this?
You don't want it to close down because if it closes down and then it changes in pressure, it'll.
So how do I know that it's closing?
You'll feel.
So just do this, like,
Yep. That's my favorite way. That's all I do. At the very end, you'll watch. It's going to come down all the way down, and we're going to open this up after 5 minutes and say, "How are you doing? What do you think? How do you feel?" It's going.
See, I don't know. I'm claustrophobic. I would not get on the magic egg because I have enough trouble with the sliding MRI machine where you go into the tube and you slide in. Oh, those give me so much anxiety. And then you get in this tube. I'm like, I have friends who do the, oh God, what are they called? The suspension capsules where it's water. You go in and you're in the water and they put the tube, like they cover it and you're inside water for like a good couple of minutes. And it's supposed to make you feel real relaxed and what, I don't know what the hell it's supposed to make you feel, but that just sounds like a nightmare to me. So this sounds like a nightmare too. Like, yeah, and I don't know what you're doing.
Down, you're clearing.
Okay.
That's what we call final descent.
Okay, question for you.
Like
Question for you.
Claire.
In that 5 minutes, how high am I gonna get?
Nowhere than 10,000 feet.
So I'll get to Bogota, Colombia.
Yes, you will.
But I'm not gonna get to
You're not even
Cusco,
gonna-
Peru.
You are not. You'll be in Colombia.
Not today at all.
You will get to no, maybe a little Peruvian action.
Maybe a little Peruvian action.
Oh, God. Now I'm gonna have to find that TikTok.
Yay!
Now I'm gonna have to find this TikTok.
Everyone later.
So she was on live on TikTok this whole time. That wouldn't be me. No. I'm claustrophobic. I would be dying. I'd be like, get me out of here. No, that wouldn't be me. On TikTok the whole time. And now I'm gonna have to find this TikTok. Oh boy.
That was wild. I don't even know how to end these things anymore. Okay, so we just finished with Dr. Herbst. I am honestly a little overwhelmed, but very grateful I came. We still don't have all the answers. I have a lot of testing to do. I've got some genetic testing and I've got some allergy testing to do to help try to figure that out. But even just having another tool as a way to treat it is a step forward. So I feel like I just took a lot of steps forward, and I'm like so excited to come back once like all the blood work and genetic stuff is done to just see what this all means, right? I have actionable steps now, and I'm gonna have even more steps in the future. So this trip was totally worth it.
Of course she stopped before I could stop her. What is she talking about? Sometimes I'm so confused with Anna. I thought, is she trying to figure out why she had lymphedema? I thought lymphedema came from being overweight. Like, what's the mystery? Am I wrong? I'm not being mean. I'm just like, I thought it was obvious. You're a big bitch. Like you gained all this weight and it gave you lymphedema. I thought that was the issue. Are you talking about how the retention and the dryness of your skin is like coming out of nowhere? I mean, I could see that. Anyway, I find Anna to be a fascinating case of the toxic positivity, and then sometimes she lets her mask slip, and it's kind of funny. And the exaggeration of one's own, I don't know, symptoms, ailments, other things. I try to be sympathetic because I mean, I get that being sick is such a terrible thing. Chronic disease is, my heart goes out to anybody who has a chronic disease because, living with whatever you live with, I sending you love. But as always, when the girls are sick, I question motivation, I question the truth, I question their methods and their madness and everything else, because they are locals, and locals are not necessarily known for being conscientious or, fair or honest. So it's you go into these things, like when I first started watching Anna, I had an opinion about her, but slowly as I started watching her more, and you as a community gave me comments and gave me information, which I appreciate, I started really noticing that she does wear this mask of just like, I am just the most positive person ever. Even prior to her getting help with her health, there was sort of that toxic fat acceptance that she was a part of, because she became famous because of that. There was a photo of her in a bathing suit and her, being very expressive in it, and that's how she became famous. And then she rode that gravy train to the end, and then she was like, yeah, I'm sick, by the way. Like, being this fat makes me sick. And it's wild to me because a lot of people looked up to her in that community, and a lot of the people in the fat acceptance have either turned it around or on Ozempic or got gastric sleeve or become unalive because of their weight and the ailments that came with their weight. So I don't demonize her for trying to get healthy and trying to sort of get better. what I do demonize her for is the transparency of how things are happening in her life. Like, what's really ailing her? Is she really in pain? You know, is she really having certain issues? Or is she just putting it on for the camera just to, you know, her sponsors are like, oh my God, she's really in pain. Let's give her more money. You know, like, there's so much that goes in my brain about, like, the money of everything. So yeah, that's basically it. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, leave a comment like you always do. And yeah, until next time, stay sassy.